Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I have another review of an independent film that just came out from Dustin Wade Mills, and it is titled Her Name is Torment. Um, I haven't seen a lot of Dustin Wade Mills films. Actually, the only other film I've seen other than this is Zombie A-Hole, which was a very fun, like, grindhouse style comic book, just fun movie. And I just recently watched that. Um, but yeah, after hearing about this and checking out the trailer, it just intrigued me, and I went ahead and took a chance and picked it up. And this is it's a really different type of film. Um, I'll just say right off the bat, this isn't the type of film that I think a lot of people are going to like. Actually, probably a lot of people in the horror genre, the horror community, probably will not like this film. This isn't just the type of film you can just go into and not be acclimated to. I think it takes a certain type of horror movie fan to watch this, and that's a compliment. Some people may take that the wrong way, but that's actually a compliment to this film. Um, but basically, what it says here: sex, pain, torture, and perversion. And that's really what you get with this film. But that's the basis of the film. But there's really so much more to this, I think. uh, it starts off. I love how this film is set up. As soon as you turn it on, it doesn't have your standard menu screen. It gives you options: hurt me, don't hurt me, and depending on which option you pick, it takes you to a different part of the disc. And of course, I'm going to pick what I think this film would entitle you to pick. Hurt me, and then it goes from there, and it goes into dissect, I'm a coward, and so on and so forth. I won't spoil all those for you, but depending on what you pick, it'll take you to something different, and some of it may surprise you. um, but it starts off, and it's very abstract, very weird, very bizarre. Black and white, a distressed picture, very old looking, with just a lot of sounds and a lot of noises, and just an abstract experimental feel to it. And then we go to this woman who is sitting, and she's obviously being questioned by the FBI. Um, they have her face blurred, they have her voice changed, and they're asking her questions about these people that she killed. She's killed like 27 people supposedly. Um, and then as you get this questioning, while this is going on, you start seeing flashbacks to what she supposedly did. And you see this guy tied in a chair. She's torturing him. She's doing different things to him. It's just horrible, with all these different tools and different devices. And she's naked with like a tool belt on her with all these torturing tools in it. And the mask is really awesome. I love the mask right there. And really, that picture really, I don't think really does it justice, because it's kind of like a skin mask, and then down here below it's like removed, like the skin's removed, and it's like just the muscle is still there. And she's all nude. She has like panties on for the most part. But for the majority of the movie, she's pretty nude. And that's really what happens. It's kind of, this is a film that's really hard to describe, because it's more like a wide awake nightmare type experience is what I felt from this. Like I said, very art house, very experimental. And it just, you have to experience it, instead of somebody just really sitting back and telling you what it's about. Because really, like I said, that's what the film's about: a woman torturing this guy. She's being questioned by the FBI, and it kind of goes back and forth from there. But there's some very graphic stuff in this. Some very graphic necrophiliac scenes that are, I would say, softcore porn, borderline X-rated. Um, but the thing that I noticed about this, the trailer, when I watched the trailer, that's what made me want to check this out. But the trailer really doesn't do it justice, because the film actually, it has a different look than the trailer. Like, most of this film is in black and white. There's only little splashes of color here and there. And, like there's a time where it's all black and white except for the eyes. The eyes are in color. And there's different scenes that'll pop up. All of a sudden it'll go into color, then it'll go into black and white. But the trailer is pretty straightforward, I thought, and the film, just the scenes that are in the trailer that are also in the film, which it's all basically all is, but it looks different. It just looks a lot better on this, with that distressed, third generation VHS look at times. Not always like that. There's several different looks to this film, which I thought was really awesome. But like I said, there's a lot of times the score is just it's unnerving, it's disturbing. There's a lot of fuzz, a lot of noise, a lot of unsettling sounds, a lot of jittery camera. Where just the distress of the picture, and I just can't stress enough the art house, the experimental quality, and that's why I think a lot of people that just watch straightforward linear narrative horror films are probably not going to like this film too much. But you know if you like underground films, if you like films that give you an experience more than it is trying to necessarily tell you the story, then I would definitely recommend this to you. I was personally highly impressed with this film, like a lot. And I don't want to overhype it for anybody, because it is such a different type film. But it just, this is the type of film, 10 years ago I probably wouldn't have liked this film. I used to not like films like this. But it seems like the older I get, the more I get into these more experimental films, the films that you can put in and you can watch and you'll get something out of it, and then you watch it again and you'll get something else out of it and get more out of it, because it's not something you can fully grasp. It's a bad comparison, but something I think of is like 2001: A Space Odyssey, where it's an idea and there's something there, but you can't quite grasp it, and it makes you want to watch it again. That's what I got out of this. And, that's why I don't know if I can really give a great review right now, because I think this is a film that I'll definitely get something out of even more a second time around, which I will definitely do. Now, when it comes to films like this, this is a micro budget film. Dustin Mills has built a great reputation for micro budget, very small budget films, and he does a lot more than what his budget actually is. Puts more on the screen than what you would think the film actually cost. There's things like this with film, very small budget films like this, where they can be hampered. Does the filmmaker overshoot their budget? Are they trying to do too much for what the budget allows? I see that a lot with independent film. Is the film overly long? Are the effects good? These are all things that I always question when it's really underground independent films. And this film gets a check mark in the good category for all of those, because it definitely doesn't overshoot its budget. It looks great. The feel of it is awesome. There's never any part where I was thinking, oh man, they shouldn't have did that on a budget like this. I never felt that way at all with this. And oftentimes I do, with these types of films. And it certainly wasn't overly long. This is only 49 minutes long, so really, technically, it's a short film. And when it was over, I wanted more. I definitely wanted more. I wanted this to be feature length, but I'm glad it wasn't, because it didn't overstay its welcome. And, I know Dustin has talked about, depending on the feedback of this film, there could be a follow-up to it. Dustin, please do it, man. Please fucking make another one of these, because I want to see what else happens in this, because, there's so many unanswered questions, and that's what's great about it, though, is it makes you want more, and that's exactly what a film like this should do. And also, the other part, are the effects good? And to me, the effects were great in this. They look really good. Now, there's a few parts where I was like, I don't know. And one of them they show in the trailer. It's, I'll go ahead and say there's a fingernail removal scene where it's kind of, that could look a little bit better. But again, it's micro budget. You got to kind of forgive certain things. But honestly, that's the only part I can think of where it was like, that could have looked a little bit better. There's some other things in this, some pretty graphic stuff that looked fucking excellent, I thought. Really good effects. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's probably pretty much it for this film. Her name was Torment. I'll put the link right here below where you can pick this up. Please pick it up. Support independent, true underground independent cinema like Dustin's putting out here. I'll show you on the back. I'm going to cover up some boobies. But if you want to pause that and read it, this description here pretty much lets you in for what you're going to get with this film. It's very abstract, obscure synopsis to the film, and I just love it. Guys, I'm going to give this film an 8 out of 10. Like I said, if you are, if you're adventurous with your movie watching, if you really enjoy underground films, torture type films, more, I wouldn't say extreme. This wasn't really extreme to me. Now, some people might think it was extreme. If you only watch, stuff like Paranormal Activity, this would probably be really extreme to you. But if you're used to stuff like August Underground, the Guinea Pig series, it's probably not too extreme. So, take all of that for what it is. But guys, regardless though, I love this film. I think it's great. And I don't want to overhype it for you, but some of you that watch this channel are definitely going to want to pick this up. So, yeah, like I said, the link is below, and I'll try to hunt down the trailer. The trailer is not on YouTube. It's only on Vimeo because it does have full-on nudity in it. So I'll try to find that and put it below. Hopefully it's down there. If not, look it up. But yeah, guys, that is it for now. I am Jason. Thanks for watching Beyond the Realms, guys. Have a good one. Later.